Can you just share about your 6-step retire framework that you created?
Just to briefly run it through. So number one, in the R.E.T.I.R.E framework, we have to recognize your retirement goals. So as I shared also, understanding your lifestyle, understanding your financial needs and your expenses, right, is very important.
So that's R.
This R.
Yeah.
Right. Now for E is to evaluate your current financial situation. How much are you spending currently? And importantly, how much will you spend in the future? So a lot of time for younger individuals, right, they do not take into account that in the future they may have to pay for they may have to provide for their elderly parents. So would that be also a form of financial burden? Yes, it would be, right? And then we have to take that into account as well. And also your desired lifestyle. So do you wish to travel often? And if you were to travel often, will we then have to take into account how much would the plane tickets cost, how much would the holidays cost, and we have to factor in all those. So that is for E, right? Yeah. So the T is to take action. So first of all, when I mean taking action, first of all, we're looking at portfolio diversification strategies, right, whereby we have to make sure that simply doing reviews every quarter or every half a year, right, to make sure that your portfolio is still healthy and looking at the right direction, being in trend with the market, it is doing well. So that is something that is very important, right? And of course, the most importantly is to watch your CPF portfolio. Right? Many individuals in Singapore, they do not invest with their CPF ordinary account. So then if you do not do that, your CPF is only paying you 2.5%, which in some years, or in many years, in fact, it does not even beat the inflation rate. Right? So importantly, when we talk about CPF ordinary account, because it is still your money, like at 55, the leftover will be, you're able to withdraw it. Is anybody looking, are there individuals who are focusing on CPF ordinary account investments? Yes, they are. And actually they're doing very well. So even if today, if you're able to get back 5%, that's already double of the returns you're getting from leaving your money inside CPF ordinary account. So it's important to actually start investing or start looking at ways to grow your CPF OA instead of just leaving it in your account. So for the I, we're looking actually to implement a comprehensive retirement plan. So that's where we have the budget creation and management, whereby we have to manage and create a budget for yourself, right? So that you are able to, we will set aside a budget first, primarily, right? Before we start to talk about your retirement. So after we have this budget, then we can come up with a comprehensive plan, and then from there we have to review the plan every year, because every year something changes, right? In fact, maybe every 6 months something changes, and then we have to come back and to start reviewing on it. So to make sure that it is still like this, something that we set up for you, the solution that we set up for you would still be, will still be sound in the following years, or will still be on track to meet your retirement goals in the coming years. For R is to reduce your net expenses. Right? I mean, it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. I mean, everybody wants to spend more. But one thing that we want to bring into light here is that about SRS contributions. So SRS is a supplementary retirement scheme whereby you are able to put in an amount and it can be tax deductible. So it will waive off your tax for that year. So for individuals earning maybe around 80,000 a year, 100,000 a year, when their tax gets a bit too expensive or gets a bit too pricey, they may look into putting some of their monies into an SRS account, right, to lower their tax bracket. One other way of doing it is by making donations. Right? So by doing a good deed, you're actually able to also waive off that amount, right, from your taxes. So that is a way of sort of reducing your expenses in a sense. And of course, lastly, is to engage a suitable advisor. And the advisor has to always be reviewing with you on your retirement goals. I do for my clients all the time. Every quarter, every half a year, I'll meet them and run through with them again on their retirement goals, and to remind them, maybe there's still this amount of shortfall you have to meet. Are we going to do something about this? I think importantly is to just to make sure that we are on track with your retirement.